my Celestial Dragoons, I am Alex here of Zodiac Dragon Gaming, and you guys finally came up with the goddamn phone! Anyway, I finally came up with a name for our community. If you guys don't like it, whatever, okay? It's just my channel. Don't want things to go, okay? So, anyway, let me check real quick on my Twitter. Okay, so I wanted to make this just to bit of an update, and also as a video that I kind of wanted to do for so long, but I've been kind of hesitant on doing it. I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, so first off, the updates. I know I did not finish Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I am aware of this. And I also need to get back to Dragon Ball Ultimate, and I need to get back to Dragon Ball. I also know that. But the thing is that with school and my parents getting a new house, yes, we're actually getting a new house, which is going to be a lot bigger, that's for damn sure. And, well, just some other stuff, like, mainly school. You know, school's been the main kicker for me lately, so I mean, it's kind of whatever at that point. But anyway, by the time you see this video, I'll probably get a few more episodes of Dragon Ball than Castlevania, because I really want to get back to that. I've been holding it off for like 2 months, and Jesus Christ. Why not? Weekend's perfect time to do that kind of shit, right? And I guess that's really it for the updates. As for what I wanted the main focus of this video to be, I am actually going to be talking about my book. Yes, I am actually writing a book. Full-length novel. So far, I am about, well, actually, I am 2/3 done. I'm just working on the final part right now. Final part as in the main storyline. What I'd like to do is to make this a 3-part series. The book series, that is. And on this flash drive right here is the entire story. I just need to, after I'm done actually writing it, to get some friends and family, mainly my mom, and help me edit it. You know, to see where I think grammatically I screwed up with, because it's bound to happen. You know, like, that shit's no joke. That's a funny story, actually. About the book. I never intended it to be a book at first. No, I just want, originally, I wanted to make my own video games. You know, games that I would play, something that would give me something that would be diverse, and not like this Call of Duty, what other first person shooters there? Oh, no way, it's just Call of Duty. What the fuck? Regardless, I didn't want to make it first person. Everyone can do that. Even if you have like zero gaming, even if you have like zero game developing experience, you can do that. think it's about as far as out. Oh, so what I wanted to make it was originally the concept started back when in my freshman year of high school. So at this point, like 3 years ago, I had the idea for a character with a specific weapon. It was a sword that was also a gun. And you're probably thinking, Rooster Teeth's Ruby. But the thing is, like, I haven't even heard of Ruby before I started drawing that concept. And that fell into what I would call my artist black hole. Basically, for me, that's any drawing or other kinds of media that just that's like falls into this void, and I never pick it up again. So I wanted it to be almost like a Mega Man X-Zero thing, in case you don't know that. Mega Man X-Zero was a series of Game Boy Advance titles released in the early 2000s, where your guy Zero had both a sword and gun. And I kind of wanted to do something like that, where you could switch between sword and gunplay, but at the same time, it would feel almost like you're playing Mega Man. Sorry. But anyway. I then decided that, well, actually, my dad and brother said that it wouldn't be that good. And I don't think, and so I thought about that and was like, yeah, you're right. It's stupid. So what I decided, I just gave him a sword. But then I need a little bit more context. At least that's what my dad said. So he told me, while I was drawing out the first ever character, he said, "Why don't you just write a book first, so that way you could have a general storyline?" I don't quite remember exactly what he said, but what I just said is basically it. And so, as time went on, I was like, well, not as time went on, actually, like, as the months went on, I decided to do it. The thing is that at first I couldn't even get past the prologue. Yeah, severe writer's block. But then again, I was kind of new to it. But as years went on, I began to actually work on it. Like, so far right now, I just need to finish up the last part of the main storyline, and then just head on to the epilogue, which will, as these things do, either wrap things up or tease at events that are yet to occur. And I like, and like I said earlier, I want to make this a 3-part book series. Mainly 3-part book series. Um, Depending on how well it'll do in the future, I may do a prequel series, explaining on some of the characters that we don't really get a whole lot of backstory on, or maybe a sequel series? Who knows? And now I guess you want me to talk about specifics to the book, like I gave you all this backstory about its development cycle, what it was originally intended to be. So just, what the hell is it? Well, for the longest time, I really couldn't think of a good name except for... Well, actually, let me rephrase. I came up with a good subtitle. You know, that thing like Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, even though it wasn't. For the longest time, I just called it Draco's Uprising, because that was kind of the original name I wanted to give him. But then it kind of struck me that what am I doing? Just go back to what the story's about. No more backstory. Alright. So, where to begin? In a parallel universe from ours, there's a planet that's not too different from Earth. Like it can house life and all that. It has breathable air for humans, but also it's inhabited by dragons. Hey, what do you know? What do you know? I'm playing Dragon Balls. Oh yeah, Dragon Gaming. Okay. Things just happen, okay? Anyway. So, the planet that's inhabited by both people and dragons is called Ryoku. And for you long-time Yu-Gi-Oh players, you know that that's the name of a card. But ever since then, the name's been changed for whatever fucking reason. I don't even know. Anyway, so Ryoku is guarded by 8 special dragons and ruled by 2 Ryoku is ruled by 2 dragons, a brother and a sister, but it's also guarded by 8 elementals. And the leader of the elementals, also known as the Guardians, is actually the youngest sister. The king and queen are twins, but the captain of the Guardians, she was born at a much later date, making her the youngest. The queen, her name is Titania, and she is the dragon of heaven. You know, like light, clouds, angels, that sort of deal. Whereas her brother is called Abaddon, and he is the dragon of hell itself. So, think a dragon version of Hades, and you've essentially got the same guy. But as for the sister, the youngest sister, her name is Rika. She is the strongest out of all of the Guardians, and she can control fire. Fucking course, because what good's a dragon without fire? But I crack myself up sometimes. Anyway, so Ryoku has endured decades of peace. You know, like there's been no threat trying to conquer the world, no civil war breaking out, and Rika and her fellow elemental guardians felt kind of neglected. So they set out to a different planet similar to theirs, where they can just, you know, try to live a life, or at least stay a normal life as you can get. and that planet just so happened to be Earth. The elementals change their forms, and yes, every dragon in the story can change their form from human to dragon and back. Sorry. So they all transform themselves into humans, and they they start their own families. You know. Sorry, my eyes are bothering me. I don't know why. It's not even 9 yet. So, anyway, Rika gets married to this very talented upcoming MMA fighter. Yes, I did MMA. So, with that in mind, she gives birth to 2 girls, twins, of course. And 2 years later, they give birth to a son. And the son is actually the main character of the book, which may still end up being a game. I know. But anyway. So after a Batman style origin, the kid is severely depressed, and that wasn't enough. He has like autism, ADHD, and all that. You know, so a bit of a rough time. But that all changes 12 years later. On a trip to a museum like Percy Jackson, he finds out that he actually has dragon blood. You know, he's half human, half dragon. And learning about his sisters, they're half dragons too. But their brother has basically all the powers of the mom. So, dominant genes for the win. Anyway. So after that, he has to find the 7 other half-breed elementals, bring them back to Ryoku, and find out who's responsible for the planet-sized conspiracy theory. Because one of the major driving points, again, much like Percy Jackson, is that the leader's main item has been taken. But I think I should stop there. I don't want to give too much away. Sorry, as my fingers. I don't know why I'm popping today. I'm like Rice Krispie treats. What am I even doing in this video? I'll tell you what I'm doing, being an absolute jackass to myself. So yeah, that's about it for me. At least for now. I should be back to making my gameplay videos by the day that you're seeing this. But I really gotta get back to Dragon Ball, because if I'm being honest, I missed that series. I just like beating people with my bare fists. Energy blasts are pretty cool. Weapons are fun. But I mean, I'm getting off track. So I will see you Celestial Dragoons in the next video, and reach for the stars, baby!